Hello, my name is Yuji Desai. I'm a product manager at Bitdefender. Today, we would like to go through an overview and demonstration of Bitdefender GravityZone Ultra. GravityZone Ultra combines hardening and control, automatic prevention and detection, and incident response in one platform with one agent. The GravityZone management platform can be either on-premise or cloud-based. We'll be showing you the cloud platform in today's session. Before we get into endpoint protection capabilities, let me give you a quick tour of GravityZone. It's a single unified platform to protect your endpoints, data center, and cloud infrastructure. We'll focus on endpoints in this session. Let me first show you how easy it is for security administrators to deploy the agent. The agent is fully integrated and modular by design. This is important as it allows administrators to pick and choose the modules based on their preference. Discovering systems in your environment can be challenging for any cloud-based security solution. GravityZone has addressed this challenge uniquely with Relay Server. The administrator will first deploy an agent with relay role on the local network. This relay client can perform network discovery to identify other systems on the network. Once the systems have been successfully identified, the administrator can then deploy the agent. Customers also have the option to integrate GravityZone with their Active Directory infrastructure. Now let me show you how the agent appears on the endpoint. As you can see, the agent is fully integrated, and the agent interface provides the status of different protection modules that are enabled on the endpoint. That was a quick tour of GravityZone platform. Now let's focus on protection capabilities. Endpoint security is not just about detecting threats, but about building a more effective endpoint security program. This is where hardening and control layer plays an important role by reducing the attack surface. The attack surface reduction refers to techniques that customers can leverage to limit the endpoint's exposure and vulnerability to attacks. It enhances the immunity of an endpoint to a successful attack. GravityZone hardening and control layer includes firewall, web threat protection, patch management, device control, full disk encryption, and more. Now let's look at a couple of these layers in action. We will first demonstrate our patch management capabilities. There are three primary benefits of this optional module. 1. It allows you to patch not just the OS but also third-party applications. 2. It reduces the agent fatigue by allowing you to manage patching process using the same endpoint security management console and agent. And 3. It allows organization to eliminate IT security and IT operations silos. Now let me show you how easy it is to manage patching in GravityZone. GravityZone supports both automatic and on-demand patching for OS and third-party applications. As you can see, the administrator can easily schedule scans and configure patching policy based on his or her preference. For example, he can configure GravityZone to automatically identify and deploy critical security patches instantly. The administrator also has the ability to specify vendors, applications, and specific versions in the policy. Patch inventory provides detailed information centering patches such as associated CVEs and affected products, further empowering the administrator. Now let's look at how GravityZone protects against web-based threats. As you know, the web has become the primary infection vector. Enterprises deploy secure web gateways but employees working from home and road warriors often aren't protected by Web Gateway. This is where Web Threat Protection module can provide an extra layer of security. It provides several features to protect users from web-based threats. For example, it enables scanning of incoming emails and web traffic in real time to prevent malware from being downloaded to the endpoint. It can dynamically block access to websites based on their content. Anti-phishing protection automatically blocks access to known and unknown phishing sites. In this example, the end user has received an email which appears to be regular communication. He is unaware that it contains a link to a phishing site. As you can see, when the end user clicks the link, Bitdefender is able to analyze the URL and block it in real time. It identifies malicious URLs by querying Cloud Reputation database as well as by analyzing URL patterns. Now let's look at another example. GravityZone protects users from downloading malicious files from the web. As you can see, Bitdefender automatically scanned the web traffic in real time and blocked access to the website because it is hosting malware. Next, we'll focus on pre-execution detection of threats. Blocking threats at the pre-execution stage is very useful since remediation action is performed before the file is executed on the endpoint. GravityZone pre-execution detection techniques include Bitdefender's patented machine learning technology, which uses well-trained algorithms to predict, detect, and block zero-day threats. HyperDetect is an additional layer of tunable machine learning technology specifically designed to discover and block targeted attacks, suspicious files and network traffic, ransomware, exploits, and grayware. GravityZone automatically sends files that require further analysis to Bitdefender-hosted cloud-based sandbox. The sandbox will detonate the file and it will either allow or block the execution of the file on the endpoint based on the verdict. Let's see a few examples of pre-execution detection. We'll start with file-based malware. We are going to download a ransomware file from VirusTotal for this use case. As you can see, GravityZone is able to detect the threat and it automatically deletes the file. Now I'm going to show how GravityZone can protect against fileless malware. GravityZone can block fileless attack at the pre-execution stage by intercepting the command line call that launches PowerShell or any script at runtime. It then performs inspection of methods and parameters employed for malicious intent. What you see on the screen is victim system who has received a phishing email. The user is obviously unaware, so he clicks the malicious link which redirects him to a fake website. Now when he clicks on any link on the website, it instantly launches PowerShell command line in the memory, which in turn downloads a ransomware payload. As you can see, as soon as the user clicks the link, GravityZone is able to detect and block the attack. GravityZone threat event indicates that PowerShell was launched with a long base64 encoded command line which had the hidden payload. Next, we will cover our on-execution detection techniques. GravityZone Advanced Threat Control provides on-execution detection of attacks. It includes anti-exploit technology, also known as memory protection, which secures commonly used end-user applications such as browsers, PDF readers, Microsoft applications, and more. It contains several different advanced mechanisms for exploit detection to protect against operating system security bypass and memory corruption. Advanced Threat Control also includes Process Inspector technology, which operates on Zero Trust model and monitors processes running in the OS using filters in user mode and kernel mode. It looks for behavior specific to threats and assigns a score for each process based on its action and context. When the overall score for a process reaches a given threshold, the process is reported harmful and appropriate remediation action, including rollback, is performed. Now let's see Process Inspector in action. For this, we will use the same ransomware sample from VirusTotal. However, we will disable our pre-execution layers this time. In this example, file gets downloaded since we have disabled the pre-execution detection layer. When the file gets executed, Process Inspector is able to detect its malicious intent based on behavior. Now you will see how malicious process is automatically terminated. The Process Inspector technology is designed to automatically take remediation action. Next, we are going to talk about our EDR capabilities. Our EDR solution allows customers to gain more visibility and control of their environment. It provides the root cause analysis of the attacks and easy-to-use incident response workflows for threat containment and forensics. It includes a sensor that records different endpoint activities. It correlates information locally as well as on a central cloud-based analytics appliance to provide real-time visibility into advanced attacks. Now let me do a quick demonstration of our EDR capabilities using an example of suspicious activity detection post-compromise. In this example, we will show how a security analyst can perform investigation of a live attack using GravityZone EDR and block it as it is happening. What you see on the left is the attacker's machine, and on the right we have the victim's computer. Victim's computer is running GravityZone's EDR agent. The victim system has a compromised binary application, in this case a shell-injected putty application which opens a backdoor connection to the attacker's system. When the victim launches putty, the attacker gains access to victim's computer with escalated system privileges, which allows him to carry out his attack objectives, for example, credential stealing, ransomware, and so on. In this scenario, as you can see, the attacker has dropped additional malware on the same system. Now let's see how this attack appears in GravityZone. GravityZone EDR is constantly monitoring endpoint activities, and it is able to detect this potential attack. It will automatically generate an incident and notify the security analyst team immediately. The job of the security analyst now is to investigate this incident and take appropriate remediation action. GravityZone provides incident visualization to assist security analysts in understanding the scope of the potential attack. As you can see, one endpoint is impacted and there are 27 spawn processes, 4 files, and some registry changes that are part of this attack. GravityZone also provides reasons for flagging these events as suspicious. In this case, file drop, process create, and more. Timeline provides progression of the attack from the point of compromise, capturing timestamp of each event. Easy-to-use workflow allows the analyst to further investigate the incident. From the workflow, the analyst determines that a suspicious file has been dropped as part of this attack. He can further investigate this event by querying VirusTotal, Internet, or by submitting the file for sandbox analysis. After due diligence, the analyst can take remediation action. For example, he can quarantine the file. He can also isolate the device from the network to prevent the infection from further spreading. This concludes today's product demonstration. In summary, Bitdefender GravityZone Ultra combines hardening and control, automatic prevention and detection, and easy-to-use EDR in one platform with one agent. It provides protection for endpoints, data center, and cloud infrastructure. Thank you for listening.